The youths blew you off?
No, 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 no. The fact that engagement, it's nice to be involved, to be engaged in something, especially that has to do with your passion, something you want to do, even if you had a gun pointed at your head, something positive, even if you had a gun pointed at your head. And what we're going to look at now, well, an individual there, and she happens to be in the studio, her passion is
infectious.
Well, is there anything stronger than infectious?
Okay, let's just leave it at that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Anyway, Radio 1, 103.5 FM, began its transition to an all-news, began with a transition and transited to being an all-news, all-talk, all-sports radio station on August 1, 2014. It is Radio Nigeria's first radio of its kind when it took off. Radio RN1 FM 103.5 is from the stable of Radio Nigeria, Lagos operations, located at Broadcasting House Ikoyi. It has many interesting, educative, and informative programs, and also news at its best.
Okay,
blah,
now
blah,
the
blah.
news is...
Can you just hold on?
Okay, all right. Because I just...
You don't. They are one. So you can't just jump.
That's the news.
That's the news. They are one. Radio 1 is one. Okay, but we do have
in the studio
the general manager of Radio 1. Forgive me, she happens to be my friend.
All right. Okay.
Treasure Durodola, Funke Treasure Durodola. She's the general manager of Radio 1. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. It's a great honor to be on this platform. Thank you so much.
It's nice to have
now
you.
We're going to ask the questions. I hear that. And on the other side, Uche Pedro Basaki, controller of programs, Radio 1. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
She also happens to be my friend.
Yes.
So here you are in the midst of your friends.
So let's talk.
Right.
Okay.
Talk us through the journey so far.
It's a journey of a year, but it's been filled with memorable moments, challenges, a lot of hard work. And at the end of it all, after 1 year, I'd love to say that my team and I are proud of what we've created. Because when we started out, Radio 1 was a general format radio station. It's used Yoruba and English as languages of broadcast. And we had a lot of religious programs. We had a lot of Yoruba programs. And when one was given the mandate to turn it around into an all-news, all-talk, all-sports station, it looked to me like a daunting task. But I'm not that kind of person who runs away from challenges. I actually thrive on it. And so I took it on. Let me say precisely that being given that task by Radio Nigeria itself was an honor for me. I saw it as a tacit endorsement of what one had grown to be as a professional, even within the network itself. This is the network that threw me out there and made me big as anybody would think I am. So to me also, it was a form of giving back to Radio Nigeria, bringing all my wealth of experience and exposure to bear on this all-news station. It's been wonderful.
Okay, Uche, she said the radio started as general formats, and now you do sports.
Yes.
And how has the journey been for you?
Well, for me, I've been on the station for the 14 years that I've been on radio. I've been just on Radio 1. So I've grown from a talk station to a general format station back to a talk station. So it's like, it's me, they are molding, remolding, and molding back again. So it's like, it's not just having to be on radio. It's having to do different kind of things while you're on radio. But it's an exciting journey, and I've really loved it.
Okay, Treasure, what would you say in this 1 year has been, the defining moment for the station? And maybe one challenge that you say, oh, this almost got us? Is there anyone?
Well, for an administrator, it had to be that when I got to Radio 1, I saw that the station itself was not prepared for the task ahead. A lot of our staff members weren't prepared. A lot of them had been de-skilled. Some of them were unskilled. Some of them resented the idea of starting all over again for an all-new station. So my immediate task was to gain their confidence and to let them realize that this is a job that had to be done and that it will demand from us particular skills. The defining moment for me was when I saw my team turn around and they started delivering at just about 4 months into the whole matter. By December, we had stabilized and we switched on August 4th. By December, we had stabilized. By January, we had started building on the skeletal framework we had. And tell you what, May, I was happy. Staff were doing their jobs. We had become popular for one program or the other. Engagement on the station had increased. And it was that rewarding moment for us when we started having more calls than we could take within particular segments and particular programs. And I think the final defining moments for all of us in Radio 1 was when we had that celebration on air on August 4 this month, and we had a lot of our callers.
Okay. Let me ask Uche. Yes, it's now time to celebrate. So what format is this celebration going to take?
Well, we are planning on many things for every other person. We're planning to reward our staff, the ones that really put in their blood, their sweat and everything. We're planning to give them a special treat, We're planning to do too many things. Then our callers, there are some people that have been with us, even from Radio 1 of old till now. There are some of them that are still, on the dial every day of the week. And those ones we want to reward. It's not just listening to a radio station. I mean, it's getting stuck, onto that station and staying there. So those are the things we lined up to do.
You've spent 14 years. I'll come back to you, Funke. I'll come back to you. But let me stay with Uche. You've spent 14 years in Radio 1.
Yes.
You've been molded, remolded, and molded again, reshaped. I would the potter has done the work again. But tell us what you think of radio broadcasting today in Nigeria.
As at the time I started, 2001, it wasn't like this. As at then, Radio 1 was on the AM dial. You wouldn't get it on the digital dial. It was as if you're broadcasting to people who you don't know, who you can't reach out to. But now we are on the FM dial. Yes, I can say yes. Somebody from Ikorodu called me. Somebody from there called me. Not only that, we have the social media platforms where people can reach us. People can say, okay, fine, I like this program. Even if it's that word, you send it in. It gives pleasure to the producer or to the anchor or to whoever that worked behind the scene to make